Let's talk about cultivating quiet confidence, that kind of calm, elegant assurance that speaks louder than words. Today, I want to share a few practical shifts that can help you step into that version of yourself slowly, gently, and intentionally. But before we get right into the video, if this is the first time seeing my face or coming across this channel, hey beautiful, I'm Nigeria. If you are on a journey of healing, becoming, and working into your magnetic self, into your feminine power, sis, this space is for you. Do well to subscribe, become a part of this family, and you can as well share to your friends and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And if you're a returning subscriber, a returning viewer, you guys know how we do it, right? You guys are the real MVPs. So take your notepad, take your pen and your drink, because I want you to sit tight and enjoy this video. So let's just get right into the video. Starting with the most important one is transforming your mindset first. Quiet confidence always begins with the mind. It always starts with the mind. It starts with how you think, not in your voice, in your posture, or in your appearance. Because the thing is, before you can act confident, you have to believe you deserve to take up space. Let me say that again. Before you can act confident, you have to believe that you deserve to take up space. Because most times, women who lack confidence often struggles with overthinking, assuming people are judging them, shrinking themselves, doubting their worth. They don't feel like they deserve to be in a space. So if you want to cultivate quiet confidence and poise, you need to change your mind. You need to start from how you think, how you see things, how what your perspective of things are, and you need to start believing in yourself, because the truth is your presence will never be powerful if your mindset is insecure. You need to start telling yourself, I deserve this. Quiet confidence starts when you decide, I don't need to rush. I love myself. I trust myself. I belong here. I am allowed to be seen, to be heard, and to be valued. It all starts from you. It all starts from how you think, how you picture yourself, what you tell yourself every day. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first question you ask yourself after praying? What does a confident woman do today? So every morning, ask yourself, what would the confident version of me believe today? Then start acting from that mindset. Start behaving from that mindset. I was reading a book the other day and I saw a quote that sticked with me. Like, I kept it in my head. It says, your actions follows your thought, your postures follows your belief, and your aura follows your perception. I kept this in my head because it all starts from here. It all starts from your mind. So start by transforming your mind today, and then it flows into becoming that calm, that subtle, that feminine, that graceful version of you that you've always wanted to be. Once your mindset shifts, right, the way you carry yourself shifts as well. And one of the things that naturally changes is your aura. Your aura, which takes me to the second point, embracing a bit of mystery. Be mysterious. As a girl trying to cultivate a quiet confidence and poise, you need to learn to be mysterious. You don't need to talk about yourself all the time, especially with people you don't trust, or with people you don't know, or with people you're just seeing for the first time. Because some of you, you like talking and talking and talking, and you don't know when to stop. You don't know when to take a pause and take a deep breath and say, okay, fine, I've said enough, I've said too much. You keep talking, and it makes you look cheap. It makes you look like, oh, you're not even grounded in yourself, you're not even disciplined. So if you want to cultivate quiet confidence, you need to learn to shut it. You need to learn to be mysterious. You need to learn to hide yourself. I'm not saying hide your potentials, I'm saying hide yourself. Don't talk too much, because when you talk too much, you're giving people too much power to know about you. You're giving them too much grace to, well, I say, see you finish, because you've said so much about yourself. They're listening, right? But they won't take you seriously because they didn't even ask for what you're saying. You just keep talking and you don't know when to stop. And the truth is, mystery is not about being distant, right? It's about being intentional. When you're mysterious, right, people lean in, people wonder, people respect your boundaries, people understand that access to you is earned. You become the woman who don't need to announce every thought, every plan, every move. You just do your thing. People just keep wondering, how is she doing what she's doing? But it's because you're mysterious. You're not giving yourself out for free. So start by practicing silence. Learn to keep quiet. Learn to fill in the gap with silence, right? Don't rush. Don't reveal unnecessary details about yourself, especially when it's not even important, especially in gatherings when you're not there with people you know. You're just meeting somebody for the first time, they already know everything about you. It's so unnecessary. So, if you want to cultivate quiet confidence and poise, you need to learn to be mysterious, keep quiet. It's not everything you'll be talking. Walk with grace, talk calmly, talk with sense, and let people be curious, because curiosity is powerful. It makes your presence unforgettable. It makes people remember you for something. When you're not over explaining or oversharing, your presence becomes stronger. People start to feel you when you're not doing too much. And that's why your physical presence matters too. Let's talk about your posture. Improve your posture, right? Not for beauty, but for presence. The way you sit, talk, communicate, it radiates your inner confidence. Poise is a physical language, right? Shoulder relaxed, neck long, back open, and you breathe calmly. You instantly look more composed, more confident, more put together in yourself. So you should start practicing how to do this, especially in public. If you want to look more confident, more poised, more elegant, more in your feminine girl era. When your body feels grounded, right, your voice becomes grounded, which lead me to the next point, choosing your words with intention. If you're trying to cultivate quiet confidence and poise, you need to stop using curse word. A lot of people are so used to telling people you're mad, you're crazy, you're stupid. Are you mad? You don't get crazy. You know what's like that, right? Especially when you're not triggered, especially when you're not upset, you just tend to use it for, I don't know, you're joking with the person, or the person is your kind of person, and you feel telling the person if the person is mad or is crazy makes you feel good. I don't know how it makes people feel, right? But then it makes you look rash, it makes you look cheap, it makes you tacky, it makes you feel like you don't really understand boundaries, because why would you be telling somebody you're mad? If you want to cultivate quiet confidence, you don't need to be all over the place. I mentioned this earlier. You don't need to tell someone you're mad. You can easily communicate your annoyance and your bitterness in a very respectful manner. As you're becoming more intentional with what you say, you also become more intentional with how you react. Quiet confidence isn't reactive, right? It is controlled. You control your emotion in a very peaceful and calm way. So before saying anything, right, ask yourself, is this necessary? Does this align with the woman I am becoming? If no, zip it. So let's talk about responding, right, instead of reacting. A woman who stays calm under pressure will always command respect. And this is one thing that I've been doing lately. I'm one of those persons that always talk. When I'm upset, I tell you how I feel immediately. Sometimes I feel like just saying it the way I feel. But lately, I've been learning to filter my words to communicate more calmly, more elegantly, not because I can't react or not because I can't get upset, but I feel like there are better ways to settle things. And that doesn't mean I'm stupid, right? I just want to be calm. I want to be graceful. I want to be feminine, right? There are better ways to communicate your feelings, right? Without being too harsh, too aggressive, too insulting, and just being all over the place. So next time when someone or something triggers you, right, take a deep breath. Respond from clarity, not emotions. You control the room, you control the tone. Because most times when you respond from emotions, you tend to say something you're not supposed to say, and you end up apologizing for what isn't your fault in the first place. So stay calm, respond from understanding the situation. It will save you from a lot of unnecessary sorries. When you master your reaction, right, you automatically protect your pace. Which bring me to the next step or point or tip, keeping your plans private until they're solid. Learn to keep your life private. Learn to keep your plans private. We mentioned this earlier, or I mentioned this earlier. Don't be everywhere giving everything about yourself to people, telling them your plans, your goals. I made a video on the power of silence. If you haven't watched that video, please go watch that video, because that video is packed with so much, a lot. Because even I myself, I'm watching that video since the day I made that video. So go watch that video now. Learn to keep quiet, learn to zip it. If you want to be graceful, you want to be feminine, you want to be confident, quiet confidence in yourself, and have that poise, you need to learn to shut it. Learn the power of silence. Moving in silence builds stability, right? And once you're stable internally, you naturally become more graceful, more grounded, and more secure in your boundaries. And this is when the final habit comes in, mastering your soft skill. mastering your soft skill. Quiet confidence is not just posture and tone, it's emotional elegance. Treat people with respect. Treat people with respect. Honor people. Greet people. Speak with kindness. Don't be rude. Move with calmness. Yes, don't be rushing if you're moving or if you're working as a girl. Learn to work as a lady. You can't be on the road working and then you're working like a man. You're always calm down, relax, chill. All right. When you're talking to people, talk to people with kindness. Talk to people with love. Talk to people with understanding. Don't shout. Don't yell at people when you go to restaurants. Don't try to act like the boss because chill, okay? Give it a chill pill. When you do these things right, the energy is unforgettable. People will remember you for the right things. People will know that, oh, she's a very loving girl, she's a sweet girl, she's a calm girl, though she doesn't take nonsense, right? But then she knows when to show love when there is need to. So that's pretty much everything I want to share in this video. If you find this video helpful, inspiring, educating, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Comment your thoughts in the comment section as well. And you can subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Join the family and be part of this wonderful and amazing community. You can as well share to your friends and your loved ones. Let them know that this is awakening and it's only just begun. You know how we do it here, right? Stay soft, stay grounded, stay awakening. See you in the next video. Bye.